Hi guys, so just wanted to make you a quick video because people ask me about this all the time, and so this is just basically going to be what to expect and what to do when you're getting your first tattoo. Before I start, this is all from personal experience and what I have done personally. It won't apply to everyone. Obviously my word isn't law, so if it doesn't apply to you, I'm sorry, but this is just what I have had personally, so don't take offence if I say something and it doesn't apply to you. I'm just going to run through, what to expect when you're actually getting your tattoo and, what to consider beforehand. So, first thing I'm going to say is age restriction. I know I get messages all the time of people saying, I'm underage but I really want to get tattooed. In my opinion, there is an age restriction for a reason. And I did get tattooed underage, so I know this from personal experience, and I know it's different for everyone. I know some people have got tattooed underage and they still do love the tattoos they got, but personally, I got tattooed underage, and two of the ones I did get, I only got 4 underage, but 2 of the 4 I really, really despise now, and they are really, really faded, they are really badly done, and I'm either getting them covered up or removed, and I'm not sure what one to do. So just before I carry on with this video, if any of you guys have actually got tattoo removal, you can comment below and let me know how that went, because I'm not really sure what one to do yet, and I know tattoo removal is pretty expensive, but I really dislike them. So if you guys have gotten tattoo removal, I'd really like to know your experiences on that, so that would be really helpful. If you get tattooed underage, and pretty much in every country the legal age is 18 to get tattooed, and I know a lot of countries it is younger than that, but I'd say stick to the age restriction. There is an age restriction for a reason. You're going to change so much from when you are a younger teenager. Even 16 and 18, I know personally I was so different when I was 16 to I am now. I'm 18 now, and if I was actually allowed to get tattooed at 16, because I only have the ones I have in unvisible places because I wasn't actually allowed to get tattooed then. But if I was, I know I would have so many that are just ridiculous, and I don't even want to contemplate what I would have got if I was allowed to get tattooed at 16. Also, a thing about getting tattooed underage, especially in the UK and places where it is 18, there probably won't be a lot of decent tattoo artists that will tattoo you underage. No decent shop wouldn't check you for ID and tattoo an underage person, because you can get your license taken off you for tattooing people underage because it is illegal. Another thing to think about before you get a tattoo is if it is temperamental or not, because I personally don't think you should get something that isn't something you're going to love your entire life, and you're going to look at it your entire life and think, I love this so much. Because if you get something, a tattoo or something you've liked for a couple months, the chances are you're probably not going to like it your entire life, and that's something you've got to contemplate. Because I know obviously people consider the fact that tattoos are permanent, but I don't think people consider enough if they're going to like that thing and want to look at that thing on their body until the day they die. So I'm not one of these people that think, everything you get should have a really deep meaning. I've never been someone that believes that. Fair enough, all my tattoos do actually have really deep meaning to them, but I'm not someone who thinks, every tattoo should have a really deep meaning. But don't go for temperamental things just because you want a tattoo. Think about it, because it's going to be on your body forever, and you have to consider that. Another thing to contemplate before you get your first tattoo is placement. I know everybody will do it differently, but I personally think that you probably shouldn't go for a really, really painful spot first tattoo, because then it'll be constantly imprinted on your mind that tattoos are really painful because you got your first one in a really painful spot. The biggest thing for tattoos is the artist. Look at the artist you want to go to first, and look at all different shops, all different artists in your area or even outside of your area, and find the person you think would be most suited to the thing you want to get, because you don't want to go to someone who's a traditional artist, say for a portrait. You've got to find an artist that suits the work you want done and suits the style that you want done. You can't just go to anyone because it might not suit their art style and it might not turn out the way you want it to turn out. So go to someone who suits your work. Don't just say, I'll have you just because. Look at their artwork. Most tattooers have a Facebook page or whatever that you can look at it on, or they'll have a portfolio in the shop of their work. So check that out before and look at all different artists and make sure they are the perfect artist for what you want, because as I said, you're going to have that on your body forever. You want it to be perfect and you want to always love it, so you don't want it to be half-assed. So I'm going to get on to when you actually get your tattoo now, and the first thing you want to do, have eaten and drank sufficient before you get it done, because if you haven't, there is a chance that you might pass out if you are getting it done and you haven't eaten all day. So make sure you've eaten and drank a lot beforehand, and normally sugar is a good thing to have beforehand, and make sure you eat and drink afterwards as well, and also afterwards have a chocolate bar or something so you keep your sugar up. Pain wise, I think this is the thing that people worry about the most, but through personal experience I'm actually very good with pain, so I wouldn't take my word as law, but they won't hurt as much as you think they will do. The pain feels like basically what it is, just needles dragging through your skin, but it's not as horrific as it sounds. It just feels like a kind of burning, scratching. And when you first get your first tattoo, because you're not used to the feeling of it, it'll hurt and be really uncomfortable the first kind of 10 minutes or so, and then afterwards it'll kind of dull down and you'll get used to it and you won't be in so much pain. Another thing is it will probably bleed, most likely will bleed, so don't get freaked out if it does, it's perfectly normal. So after you get your tattoo done, they will obviously clean it up and wrap it up in the bandage and stuff, and don't take that off until the time restriction that your artist tells you. Do everything your artist tells you. Pretty much all artists will tell you different things on cleaning and aftercare and stuff, but do what they say. Don't just say, oh, someone on the internet said to do this. Do what your artist says personally, with how long you have to leave the bandage on for, when to clean it, how to clean it, what creams to use and stuff like that afterwards, but make sure you do it, otherwise it won't heal properly and it'll go really bad. So with scabbing, I'd say to start scabbing after about a day or 2 days, and I'll just give you kind of a idea of what they're going to look like for the first kind of time. So I got these ones done on Wednesday, so about 3 days ago, and this is what they look like at the moment. So I'm not sure if you can see it too well, but they're very scabbed up and raised up, and this is what they're going to look like after a few days. And yeah, they will look a bit gross for the first kind of week or so when they're healing, and the main thing is just don't pick off the scabs. It will be very itchy, you will be very tempted to pick off the scabs because they'll be all healing and coming off, but don't pick them. It will ruin your tattoo and it'll make the ink come out. And part of this one on my forearm, you can't see it, but part of the scabs of those came off when I got that done, and is very faded and patchy in the places it came off prematurely. So just do not pick the scabs whatever you do, and it is very tempting to do, but it is worth it in the end not to, because it will ruin them and make the ink go all funny, and you'll probably have to get them redone, so you'll end up having to pay like twice as much just because you picked them. So I think I've covered just about everything. I've probably left a few bits out, and if I have, I'm sorry, but yeah, if you're looking to get your first tattoo, I hope this helped. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry about my weird glowing hand again. The lighting's really weird, so the sun's like coming through and just going on this hand and I look like E.T. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go, and I hope this helped. So I love you guys lots and lots and lots. Bye!